Yeah, just looking at the future of Showtime, we all heard the rumors. I'm sure you've seen it. Supposedly, Showtime's pulling out of boxing at this, the Amazon Prime deal. I mean, what could you tell me about all that situation?
It's funny. There's a lot of inaccuracies going on. Look, we don't know what the future holds, to be completely honest. There's a lot of change going on in the industry, and we'll see. But one thing I'm really confident about, until somebody tells us differently, which they haven't yet, we're going to continue doing these kind of fight cards. And if someone tells us differently, then look, the sport's going to continue. There's a lot of value in the PBC fighters. And, maybe with a different network, if that happens, maybe continuing with Showtime. But I think, look, somebody will be there to capitalize on this momentum. Hopefully it'll be us.
Ain't nobody making up no outlandish stories about them. They sat around and faked the funk and lied the whole time. They sat around and act like everything was good. They act like everything was honky-dory until it wasn't. If anything, it shows that what the people was saying is actually accurate. And here he is still trying to fake the funk and act like they ain't out on the street somewhere. That's what's killing me. Adrian Broner been saying it. Everybody been saying it. But the people been saying it. Oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're this. They don't know that. And yet you still looking at this situation square dead in the face. And you still trying to say people are saying stuff and this, and that. Yet you admit that you don't know what's going to happen on a day to day. It looks like people on the outside know more about your situation than you do. That means simply the fact is you don't want to speak about what is. Y'all fucked up. Just say that. Y'all fucked up, and y'all fucked up. And this is the thing. If they was doing so good, you talking about, oh, we're selling this, we do this more than UFC, we put on the best shows. You did all that and still got put on a chopping block? No, that just goes to show what you was doing and what you producing wasn't good enough, that Paramount thought that we should keep it because it ain't producing no residuals. Because had it been beneficial, you would still be there. What has Paramount been doing this whole time? The same thing I've been making videos about. They've been cutting weight. They've been cutting dead weight. They've been cutting the fat off. They've been cutting what they can't use. You know what I'm saying? So they can survive, so they can stay afloat. Okay? They only cut what was dead weight. So if you doing this and you doing good on all them shows, and if you doing this and you doing the best and blase slee and you selling this, how the fuck did you get cut? How was y'all on sidewalk right now? Y'all straight up on the sidewalk right now. And you done kept lying and faking it all the way to this point, and you still faking it. That don't even make no sense. But if you was doing so good, how did you get cut? Now, this is why I like the shit. Because whatever deal they get next, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure that they gonna land one. Whatever deal they get next, now you're gonna have to fight them PBC fighters. Now they really gonna have to fight now. Because if you think the next person gonna get in bed with you while they can sit up here and observe how you did the last company you was with, which was Paramount, and if they didn't think enough of you to keep you because you was bullshitting, you could have did better and get the fans more fights, that they wanted, and could have produced a better outcome for yourself, but you didn't. If you think you're gonna do the same thing to the next people and then talking about them writing out a check for you, you think you ain't gonna be up under a watchful eye? Now you're gonna have to fight those PBC fighters. Now you're gonna have to. You ain't got no choice. So it's actually a good thing. But here comes another problem. You can't pay them fighters because whatever deal you gonna get, it ain't gonna be enough money to pay those fighters that you've been spoiling this entire time. It ain't gonna be enough. How you gonna pay them? Y'all can't pay Wilder right now. And y'all need Wilder, Javante, and all them other people to even make it, appetizing to go into business with you and believe that you can produce and, get these views and stuff like that. You need those pieces. But how are you going to move those pieces when you ain't got the money and you ain't going to get the money from the broadcast deal or whatever? They ain't going to give you enough for that. So then how are you going to manipulate them? How? Wilder want his money. People want their money. You already owe them money. Y'all owe them money right now. And y'all done spoiled them. So how you gonna pay them based off of whatever deal that you might get in the future? Because it ain't gonna be what you had. So now how you gonna do that? That's why I say this shit is interesting. This shit is real interesting. I wanna see how you gonna pay these fighters whatever deal that you're gonna get, because the money is not gonna be sufficient enough. That's why these guys sit like this. He ain't got enough money to have them all fighting at once. That's why this side fight once a year, then this guy over here and this guy over there. And all he ever has to do is make the fights. But now you're going to have to make the fights. But I don't see how you're going to make the fights. And you ain't got the money to pay the fighters. Everybody keep talking about these shows that they did. You got to understand, we got Spence and Crawford because of Spence and Crawford. We got Spence and Crawford because of Spence and Crawford, not PBC. But they want to try to take credit for that. And this is the whole thing I'm going to end it with. This is how you know it's some bullshit over there. Because if y'all was suffering from lack of views, subscription, or just getting eyes in the department of boxing on Showtime in general, think about this for a second. All your pieces are valuable. From Javante to Wilder, all of them are valuable. You got a wild card sitting on your side, which is called Floyd Mayweather. So at the end of the day, if y'all suffering in that manner, as far as people paying attention and getting people to come, you know what I'm saying, to Showtime or whatever, and Showtime Sports or whatever, if y'all having problems in that area, why in the hell would you take a piece like Floyd, and why in the fuck would Floyd go put his fight on DAZN and not on Showtime if y'all suffering in that kind of manner? That don't make no sense. If y'all need views and shit, why would I not take the biggest guy, the dude that moved the needle in the sport, Floyd Mayweather, why he go fight on DAZN and not Showtime? If y'all need the views and all that. So once you answer that question, you know what I'm saying, that says it all right there. Why wouldn't he want to help that situation out? He could have. I mean, y'all depend on Jake Paul to save Boxing Showtime. Y'all didn't care about, oh yeah, don't think I forgot. Y'all didn't care about none of y'all fighters. Y'all didn't think none of y'all fighters could do it. Y'all depended on a YouTuber. Y'all thought he was gonna come in and change the whole landscape for you. And that's exactly why y'all sitting, exactly where y'all sitting right now. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna laugh because truthfully shit ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? The shit hurt boxing, but it just goes to show that y'all done fucked up over there. Y'all too busy being sensitive about other shit, but about running y'all business properly. Want to block YouTube videos, but y'all doing this old fucked up ass ridiculous shit. Get out of here. Boxing, y'all is clowns, man. You had to be a real dumbass to fumble this. I'm sorry. You had to be a real dumbass. You got all the biggest names in the sport, and they decided you weren't worth keeping? Embarrassing.